What's up guys, this is Jonathan with southcoastdesignz. Here today we'll be doing a DIY project for shooting targets. This is mainly for air guns, PCP rifles, and things of that nature. There are two things that you can modify to use with real guns, but of course you'll have to do the mounting system a little bit different. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. What's up guys, so let's go ahead and get into this project. You're going to need some duct seal, a metal conduit box, square, octagon, whatever shape you can find, just as long as it's a kind of deep one. Later on you'll see that you'll actually have to have a back to this box, because if you hit the center, that middle part will punch out if you're shooting with a PCP. And you'll also need some sidewalk chalk. These things are great for exploding targets, they're tons of fun, so let's go ahead and get into it. You can cut this any way you want, but I'm using a bandsaw right here. Make sure to keep your fingers away from the bandsaw because they can be cut. As you see, I'm using a little push stick, that way I don't have my fingers anywhere near the blade. Okay, next I made a little box out of 2x4s, any dimension that you want, and I put duct seal, 2 inches of duct seal around and 4 inches in the middle where I'll be shooting. I put this plastic bag so I won't be touching the duct seal because it's kind of sticky. Now if you put a cardboard in the front and now you have your first shooting target, this is great for silent shooting with air guns and stuff like that. A little quick tip for those little discs we cut out, you can use little Tic Tac containers and they store them really great, so you can stick them in your shooting bag or in your pocket so you can keep them near. Okay, here's the conduit box. This is a great moving target. I put paracord through the holes and I'm going to hang it off this target that I made in the back. One thing to tell you, on the back of this target I have a 3/4 inch plywood back. So on top of the 2 inches of duct seal around and the 4 inches that are in the middle, it has 3/4 inch to stop it in the back, just in case if you're using a powerful PCP air gun. Okay, this is the simplest way to mount this to the box that I made. I just made a right angle of 3/4 inch plywood and then hung it through the middle handle. I put a wedge in the back so the right angle wouldn't rock, and put notches for the string to hang the duct seal conduit box. I made it this way so it's very portable. It's easy to take apart, as you see right here. Remove the wedge. I remove the pin next, and then I remove the right angle that hangs that conduit box. I mainly did this because I wanted to bring this over to my dad's house because he has a little bit more room that I can shoot the PCP air gun in his backyard. So as you see right there, I'm sticking it in the shooting target. With that plastic, the right angle doesn't get all gummed up with the duct seal. Next, we have these two runners, and they're dual purpose. I drilled holes right in the middle where that 4 inch duct seal will be. And then this is where I will be putting the matches and also hanging those little chalk targets. I just drilled holes right into my target and then put dowels to push them in. As you see right here, the matches are well within the 4 inch duct seal border, so they'll have plenty of protection. Here's the chalk targets, and they're hung with mini paper clips, and I just pushed them through the hole and made a right angle to keep them in. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into a quick demo. I'm about 40 yards away shooting a 25 cal Bobcat Mark II, shooting match heads and the chalk targets. Let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, as you see right here, I shot this one hole like 5 times in a row and it punched the back of this out, even with the very thin 1/4 inch plywood that I put in the back. So I'm gonna have to go back and put maybe a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch in this conduit box so I can make sure not to punch to the back. But I still have that 4 inches of duct seal behind it and also that 3/4 inch, so I'm never really scared that it will pass through and hurt anything. But since I was having way too much fun, I didn't stop and change the setup. I just shot to the side and it worked out fine. So here's a closer shot of what I was doing with the match heads. I was shooting them off, and then once they were gone, I would shoot the matchsticks in half. I was only 40 yards away, so it's not super impressive, but still, try shooting off a match head and you'll see how difficult it is. I probably went through about 60 match heads and 40 or 50 chalk targets, and it didn't cost not much at all. So it makes it more challenging, fun, and it's super cheap. So make sure you try it and tell me how it went with you. So the 2 targets that you can use with real guns are the match heads. Those are super hard, but you can always use the chalk targets and put them in the center of your target and they'll explode when you hit them. Thank you again, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to get notifications and join the South Coast Design family. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.